I'm Dr. Ashley Hughes. I'm a veterinarian at the Friendship Hospital for Animals in Washington, D.C., and I'm going to talk to you about some common health problems that can arise with your dogs and cats. Summer is my favorite time of the year, but many summertime activities can be dangerous to your pet's health. By far, the most common threat is the risk of overheating. We have been assaulted by heat waves here in the Mid-Atlantic, and it is important that you are aware of how deadly heat stroke can be for your dog. In the past few weeks, a number of dogs have been brought into Friendship after collapsing due to heat stroke. Several dogs have even died, which is truly tragic since this could have easily been avoided. One of the recent fatalities was a bulldog that was taken out for 15 minutes around noon as part of a midday walk. He collapsed on his walk and was immediately rushed to the hospital. Sadly, despite aggressive treatment, he had to be euthanized the next day due to complications from heat stroke. Smushy-faced, brachycephalic is the technical term. Dogs, such as bulldogs and pugs, are especially susceptible to heat-related illnesses. This is due to breed characteristics such as narrowed nostrils and elongated soft palate, which decrease their ability to effectively cool themselves. Though bulldogs and pugs have an especially tough time in the warmer weather, all dogs are more susceptible to heat stroke than their human companions. As if wearing thick fur coats weren't enough of a challenge, dogs have only two ways of dissipating heat: by panting and through their paw pads. When the temperature rises, neither of these cool-down tricks works all that well. Panting becomes much less effective when the weather is hot and humid. And when your dog walks on a scorching sidewalk, his paws stay far too hot to help cool him down. If you're out on a walk with your dog and he suddenly lies down, collapses, or becomes unresponsive, you should seek veterinary care immediately. Do not try and cool your dog down on your own. Instead, get to a vet as quickly as possible. If for some reason you can't make it to a veterinary hospital immediately, there are a few cooling measures you can begin. First, take your dog's temperature rectally with a digital thermometer. Normal temperature for a dog is 100 to 102. You can then soak a towel in tepid, not cold, water and place it over your dog and aim a fan at him. Continue to monitor his temperature closely, and once it hits 103 degrees, discontinue cooling. Even if your dog seems fine, you should take him to a veterinarian as soon as he is more stable. What makes heat stroke potentially fatal is that the patient can develop a condition called disseminated intravascular coagulation, or DIC. This causes massive and widespread damage to blood vessels, which quickly results in multiple organ failure. The patient quickly loses the ability to clot his blood, which will result in death. Treatment consists of aggressive supportive care and plasma transfusions, both of which are very expensive and not always guaranteed to prevent death. When it comes to heat stroke, the best treatment is prevention. Here are some common sense tips to help you keep your dog cool and comfortable during this hot weather. You should avoid taking your dog out during the hottest time of the day. A quick rule of thumb is that if it's too hot for you, then it's definitely too hot for your dog. Keep an eye out for unusual behavior. If you're out in the hot weather with your dog and he slows down, lies down, or acts reluctant to keep walking, you should let him rest, offer him some cool water, and immediately head inside. Make sure your dog has cool, fresh water available at all times. Never leave a dog, or any other pet, in a parked car when it is even slightly warm out. The temperature in the car can rise amazingly quickly, and before you know it, you have an overheated animal. You shouldn't take your dog running in the warm weather. I'm really never a fan of running with your dog, but in this weather, it's an especially bad idea. Cookouts are another surprising source of danger for your dog. Any respectable chow hound will spend a fair amount of time searching for a tasty morsel. Chicken and rib bones are usually digestible, but can often cause a nasty case of pancreatitis due to their very high fat content. The pancreas is a gland that lives near the stomach and gets very angry when exposed to a high-fat diet. This results in severe abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea that usually require medical attention. Another troublemaker is corn on the cob, as it is the perfect size to be scarfed down whole and then lodge in the small intestine. This can then cause an obstruction that almost always requires surgical intervention for removal. Signs to watch out for are decreased or loss of appetite, lethargy, vomiting, diarrhea, or abdominal pain. If your dog displays any of these clinical signs, please bring him to your veterinarian immediately. Other dangerous food items are onions, garlic, grapes, raisins, chocolate, and sugar-free gum. If you think your dog may have snacked on any of these items, you can either see your veterinarian or call the ASPCA's Animal Poison Control 24-hour hotline. If you're going to have guests staying with you this summer and you have a nosy dog or cat, be sure to tell your guests so they can put away any medications they may be taking. Even over-the-counter drugs such as Tylenol, Advil, Aleve, and Sudafed can be life-threatening to our pets. If you'll notice, most of what I've been talking about is directed towards dogs. It's not that I have been neglecting kitties, but as a general rule, they are usually smart enough to avoid most of these issues. You rarely see a cat running around outside in 90-degree weather or jumping up on a picnic table to grab an ear of corn. The one lapse in judgment that almost all cats suffer from is their determination to eat plants and flowers. Many indoor and outdoor plants and flowers are extremely toxic to cats and dogs, causing clinical signs that range from stomach upset to death. The most infamous flower is the lily. Kitties only need to eat a small bit of a petal or leaf to cause acute kidney failure, which can quickly lead to death. The ASPCA website has a comprehensive list of plants that you need to watch out for. Finally, fireworks and thunderstorms can be a source of fear for your pets. If you notice that your dog or cat does not seem to appreciate the loud noises, be sure to take precautions so they don't run away or destroy your home. Speak with your veterinarian about administering an anti-anxiety medication. Pure sedatives are not ideal, as these can make things worse. Your pet is still afraid, but ends up being too sedate to do anything about it, which then causes more anxiety. And the next time they experience these feelings, it can be much, much worse. Please keep in mind that during the warm weather, fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes are out in force. Be sure to administer your pet's monthly heartworm, flea, and tick preventatives. This goes for indoor kitties too. They are still at risk for heartworm disease. I hope these tips help you and your pet to have a very happy and safe summer. Thank you for listening, and all of the information that we talked about can be found at www.friendshiptales.com. If you'd like to send me an email, you can at ahughes@friendshiphospital.com. Thank you.